All right, ladies and gentlemen, sorry we're running a little bit behind schedule today. So if it can happen, it will happen. Walked into the office this morning, left on time, the way I'm supposed to, hit every piece of traffic you could ever imagine coming to the office today. And then on top of that, I get into the office and the breaker switch for the internet box is off. And so, of course, you know what that means, ladies and gentlemen. You got to figure that out first because you're just trying to plug it in and unplug it and plug it back in to see if the internet's going to work, and then run over to the box, see the switch off, turn it on, and then sit there and patiently wait for Comcast to connect itself back to the world, right? But we made it. We're live. Welcome to another episode of Monday Freedom Kickoff Call. I'm so glad that you guys are here. If you're here, I want to see some of those comments. So go ahead and comment. I want to see you guys and give you shout outs. Let us know where you are, where you're hailing from. And I will lead with this real quick. It is the holidays, ladies and gentlemen. This is the mindset lunacy time of the year, right? And so if we're going to talk about motivation this week, we have to talk about the holidays. And I'm going to talk about it now because we're not going to be live next Monday. Next Monday, we're going to take some time off. I believe next Monday is, if I'm not mistaken, the 23rd. So you'll be right there into the holidays. I'm going to let you guys enjoy your Christmas and enjoy your Hanukkah and enjoy the holidays. And we'll not be going live next Monday. But this Monday, today, what I want to talk to you guys about is the craziness that's happening in everything that we do every day, right? And a big part of that is understanding that we are in this world where a holiday was created for you to go spend a ton of money. And I don't know if you guys really understand that. See, Christmas is about the birth of Jesus Christ. It should be about the celebration of the birth of Jesus Christ. And you should go to mass and you should celebrate that. And you should be excited about that. And you should spend time with your family. Christmas is definitely not about, but we have made it about. And Consumer Nation has taught us to make it about buying a lot of stuff, decorating your house to the gilts, buying the biggest Christmas tree you can actually find, buying multiple gifts for a lot of kids, making sure that you don't feel bad showing up to somebody's house without a gift in your hand for them and their kids and everybody else too. And I want to kind of help you put a pause to that because I know for a fact that many of you, especially in the real estate industry, had a very difficult year this 2024 and even more in 2023. And so we're all looking forward to a successful 2025, an exciting 2025 in this market, but we're not there yet. And so what I want you guys to do is get out of the mindset of going into extreme debt this holiday, please, and just create an understanding amongst your family. Listen, I'm not telling you something that I haven't had to do before. There are times where my wife and I have looked at each other in the past and said, we're not gifting each other this holiday. We're going to take care of the kids. And by the way, the stuff that we buy for the kids is not going to be the latest and greatest PS4, blah, blah, blah. It's going to be what we can afford to give them because I refuse to take the holiday and go into a debt that's going to detriment me in January, February, March, right? Or many of you might be looking at tax returns coming in and going, well, it's okay. I can go into debt. And then when I get my tax return, I can pay off my credit card, which statistically only 40% of you will do. The other 60% will find something else to do with that money because life happens and it continues to happen, right? And so I'm going to encourage you, ladies and gentlemen, if you can, by all means, go buy. But if you can't, don't try to figure it out, right? Like, don't walk up to that Macy's counter and when they look at you and go, can I interest you in the Macy's credit card? And go, you know what? Yeah, I'll take that 22% interest, 28% interest, just so I could get through these Christmas gifts. Okay. I want to encourage you guys to stay in a great mindset. I want you guys to stay in a good place. And I want you guys to be able to understand that the kids that you have in your household, the ones that you birthed out or you're raising, do not judge you on the quality of the gift you give them on the holiday. And if they do, you need to teach them different values, different morals, and different lessons. Okay. That's your fault. All right. They're not judging you on the quality of the gift that you give them. They are judging you 100% on the amount of time that you spend with them this holiday season. So if I want to leave you guys with anything for the end of the year, number one, it's going to be, please, for the love of God, Christ, and everybody else, please do not go into debt this holiday season. By the way, this is coming from a Jew. I am Jewish. We do 8 nights, 8 crazy nights of Hanukkah. There should be a gift every single night. And you know what? If I couldn't do it, we wouldn't do it. Period. In the story. Okay. And we would explain to our kids, hey, listen, there might be 1 or 2 gifts, but we ain't gonna do this like week-long thing. Okay. And that's okay. By the way, you know, so we've given coloring books and things like that when they were younger. Those were the gifts. It doesn't have to be this out of the world scenario for kids. Kids are happy no matter what you provide them with, as long as you spend time with them and maybe, you know, get some board games and stuff and play games with them, get some card games, play card games with them. But it's the time that you spend with them. It's the amount of energy and effort that you put into actually being with your family. Okay. It is not the quality of the gift that you bring to the table. And if you got friends and family that judge you on the quality of the gift that you bring to the table, you should really think twice about going to their house this holiday season, because you need to be around people that are encouraging you to grow and encouraging you to have access and encouraging you to save money and encouraging you to have an emergency fund and encouraging you to have a slush fund and encouraging you to invest in your life and your business and everything else. Right. So again, I'm going to leave you with this crazy mindset that the holiday is not designed for you to go into debt. The holiday is exactly what it is. It is Christmas. It's the birth of Jesus Christ. Hanukkah has a different meaning. You know, we all celebrate what we celebrate for the belief that we have in our religions, right? And so I want you to stay away from the hoopla that you're being. I know all of you right now are getting mass emails from all these different department stores, and you have no idea how in the world they got your number. And they want to give you 20% and they want to give you, 30%. And they're telling you about holiday season. And there's a Black Friday and a Cyber Monday. And now they got Cyber Week. Come on, guys. If that is not American culture and American consumerism attacking us and teaching us how to go further into debt, then what is? So flip a switch in your mind. Make it about time and not gifts. Make it about effort and not quality of gift. Okay. And if you can, if you got the money, you had a great year, dude, go out, do your thing, buy the gifts. But if you can't, or you're on that borderline, have a conversation with your spouse and say, listen, we're not giving each other anything this holiday season, nothing. Or put a budget on it. We got a $20 budget. And then look at the kids, if they're old enough, right? If they're kids, they don't know the difference. They don't know if it costs $700 or $7. But if they're old enough, like I got teenagers, my wife and I can easily talk to our teenagers and our 20-something-year-olds and look at them and go, hey, listen, this holiday season, we're going to have to, dumb it down a little bit. And you know what our kids do? They go, cool, no problem. And they dumb down their list because we've taught them that way. And again, I'm not telling you something. I'm not telling you to do something I haven't done myself. By the way, I've done the both things. I've done the stupid go into debt, and I've done the come to realization that was the stupid thing to do. All right, guys. So I'm going to pump you up. I'm going to get you excited this Monday morning. I don't want you to spend the rest of this week on Amazon. There are a couple tips that I'm going to give you. Number one, if you can avoid debt, that's the easiest way to stay out of debt. That's number one. Number two, give yourself a cooling period. Okay. What do I mean by that? If you're on Amazon, put it in your cart. Give yourself 24 hours. Come back to the cart. If you still need it, then it is what it is. But if you don't need it anymore, delete it from the cart, right? Give yourselves a cooling opportunity, right? Because if you're like me, I'm impulsive, right? My wife says, oh, I want a warming blanket. I go to Amazon, I buy a warming blanket, right? But if I would have gave myself a 24-hour cooling period, I would have been like, dude, we live in Miami. Why do you need a warming blanket, babe? Right. And so, so of course, that's the kind of stuff that happens. This is a true story, by the way. There's a warming blanket on my couch right now that just got here yesterday. Okay. So, if you can avoid it, that's the easiest way to stay out of debt. If you feel like you need something, put it in your cart, give yourself a cooling period, 24 hours, put it in the cart, come back to it the next day. If you still feel like you need it, go for it. If you still feel like you need to influx your kids with a ton of gifts so that they have what you feel is going to be a wonderful Christmas, okay? What you feel like kids, they just want to open so many gifts. Cool. Put a budget on it, man. What can you do with a couple $100 that you can replicate multiple times and do it within that budget. How many gifts can you get for that couple $100, right? Let's say it's 150, $200, and that's the budget you give yourself for the kids. How many gifts can you buy in that time frame? Do they have to be one $200 gift, or can it be 10, $20 gifts, right? And so that's something I want you guys to really absorb and think about, because I'd hate to see many of you banking on the fact that maybe, right? Because everybody's like 2025 is going to be the best year ever. We're going to have the best market ever. We're going to be able to do amazing things in 2025, and houses are going to fly off the shelves, and as real estate agents are going to become super rich. And so you're banking on that already, and you're spending money you haven't made yet. I don't want you there. I've been there. I know what that's like. I'm speaking to you from my heart. I'm speaking to you from a place that I've been before, okay? So I don't want you spending money you haven't made yet. It's if it hasn't closed and that money hasn't hit your bank account yet, it is a maybe still, all right? Because all of us in the real estate industry that have been doing this long enough have had deals fall apart on closing day. It happens. It happens, ladies and gentlemen, okay? Or we get deals that were supposed to close in a week that are now closing 30 days from now for whatever reason, right? Lending reason, budget reason, income reason, whatever it is. So stay hyper motivated to get through the holidays with your family by focusing on the amount of time that you spend with them. Focus on that, okay? This is your time. Next year, starting January 2nd, I already started a group where we're going to be doing 100 days of 12 hours a day. I already know that I am trading and sacrificing time with my family to do that. I'm going to do 100 days, January 2nd through April 10th. I'm going to go 12 hours a day for 100 days straight, including weekends. And I'm going to be focusing on business growth. And I understand, and I'm willing to accept that I'm trading time with my family and time with my friends and time enjoying life for work. That means I'm missing Super Bowl weekend. I'm missing all that stuff. I don't care, because I can tell you right now that if I sit down for Super Bowl weekend, I make $0 that day. But I know if I put into work, I'm going to be okay. And so I already started a group of people that are going to be running with this on me, or running this with me, and we're going to hold each other accountable, and we're going to make it work. So what do you think I'm doing from now till then? I'm going to invest in time in my family. I'm going to invest in time and being around the people I love and care for. And I encourage you guys to do the same. Have a wonderful, wonderful holiday. I will see you guys the first Monday of the new year. We're going to stop this for the rest of the year. We're going to give you guys a break of Motivational Monday with me. This Monday kickoff is going to start again in January. And we're going to go hard, and we're going to have fun, and we're going to be excited. And next year, we'll be talking about many different topics, all right? So stay out of debt. Spend time with your family. Have a great holiday. Wishing you all the best. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah to all of you guys. Y'all take it easy.